necessarily diagnostic criteria. So they provide a very ideal cohort to study symptoms of autism and the mechanisms underlying it very, very early on. And here at Yale, we've been involved in this kind of study for 4 years right now, and I can tell you it's an incredible undertaking. In order to find 10 children with autism, we need to see 100 siblings. In order to really understand what's happening, we see them every 3 months, starting at birth, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, 24 months, 36 months. Imagine, multiply it by the number of kids, the number of visits. It's an incredible, incredible enterprise. But it is very, very exciting. So let's talk for a moment what we have learned thus far from these baby studies about the expression of autism right then in the first year of life. Before we move on, I would like to give you a little bit of a rationale. Why would be even remotely looking for symptoms of autism in the first year of life? What would we looking for? What are we looking for? All right, so this is like a very brief summary what's important to know about the development in the first year of life. When babies are born, they come equipped with a number of very important perceptual biases, which helps them learn about the world a great deal. One set of these biases has to do with priming them to detect face-like patterns in the environment, and once they detect faces, they latch onto them. They look at them preferentially. They also preferentially orient to sources of speech or language, which brought together gives them a wonderful set of skills to find people in their immediate environment and to attend to them. This is a great way, great opening for learning about people and developing more sophisticated social and cognitive skills. When we study face perception, it's a very interesting question whether, for instance, in autism, children might be born without these innate perceptual biases, which would help them learn about faces. So that's one of the questions we are pursuing in my lab. By about 3 to 6 months, infants play very interesting games with adults. They begin to engage in something that we call dyadic social interaction skills. So the mom smiles, the baby coos, mom coos, the baby coos back. The reciprocity is beginning to emerge and is incredibly reinforcing to both sides. So you can jazz up the baby by simply playing the game and repeating what the child is vocalizing and smiling. By 6 to 9 months, children are beginning to show more sophisticated skills with regard to face processing. They are not only very good at encoding facial identity within seconds, remembering it for minutes, hours, and days, but they also begin to categorize faces with regard to affect, gender, and so forth. They begin to recognize certain words and respond to them differentially, in particular their own name. And the simple dyadic anticipatory games become more sophisticated, taking shape of a peekaboo game and so forth and so forth. Between 9 to 12 months, several wonderful skills begin to emerge. First of all, babies monitor other people's behavior even more intently than they do before, and they also begin to actively imitate their behavior, which is a marvelous way for learning new skills. They also begin to monitor faces of other people for their facial expressions, and they derive a lot of information about the world from what's mom's face like. For instance, if we present a child with a new toy and the toy is a little scary, the child might look back to the mom. If the mom is smiling, the child will approach the toy. If mom is frowning, the child is likely to scoot away. It's a very important channel of, again, it's a very important way of learning about the world. Also at this age, children begin to communicate their needs. They communicate their needs via various vocalizations, gestures, squeals, angry shouts, pointing, But they also begin to communicate for another reason. They begin to communicate to share their experiences with others. By pointing things to them, showing it to them, and giving it to them, we call this set of skills joint attention. The reason I'm mentioning all of these skills is that many of these skills are actually affected in toddlers, in 2-year-olds with autism. And the reason why we are going back to the first year of life, that many of these skills actually have their roots already in the first year of life. So what have we learned about autism at 6 months? Well, I think when we all went into this business of studying baby SIBS, we expected that by 6 months we'll be able to see some symptoms of autism in children who are later diagnosed with autism. And it doesn't seem to be so based on the very recently published studies from other labs. It appears that children who are later diagnosed with autism are quite similar with regard to eye contact, affect, some very